DJ Immortal, live in the mix.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the air with East Coast legend Chucky Smash of the Legion. How you doing this evening?
Peace. What's going on, world? Immortal, peace to everybody. Many blessings and all that good stuff.
Oh man, most definitely. First and foremost, I want to say thank you so much in advance for coming on the show. You are an absolute legend in the East Coast, man. So thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We appreciate that, man. You know, I'm part of a team, but you know, I'm honored and it's very humbling, and I'm blessed. You know, for you to say those things.
I have to ask you though, Chucky, what made you decide to get into the music industry initially?
I got interested in music, hip hop in particular, from when I was a kid. You know, growing up in the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx, hybrid / Harlem. But I grew up in the Bronx, the Soundview section of the Bronx. You know, in that realm, and from the time I ran with my cousin Artie J, Tony, from the early jams, I would say in the 70s, you know, and even beyond that, you know, my parents growing up in, you know, like I said, bouncing between Harlem and the Bronx, you know, older music, you know, James Brown, Stevie Wonder, but particularly to hip-hop, my cousin Artie J, from the 70s, where it was Spoonie G, Funky 4 Plus One More, Sha-Rock, I love her. Like, her voice made me fall in love with hip-hop. You know, breaks like Ralph McDonald. So, you know, not to get long-winded, but, you know, I'm from the element of it. And then that progressed, you know, from that section of the Bronx I grew up in, is the Zulu Nation territory. So you talk about African Bambaataa, Zulu Jams, Cold Crush Brothers, and, you know, I could go on and on.
And when you brought up the Zulu Nation, I have to ask, did you ever get approached by the Zulu Nation? Because I know they actually recruited a lot of DJs and MCs.
No, you know what was dope was that, you know, again, I'm part of a crew. I've always been a part of a crew. In particular, Molecules from the group, he and I, you know, from the very beginning, you know, plus my little brother and of course CeeLo, but very early on, and, you know, in growing up, my brother and I, Rollo Square.
Yeah.
You know, we grew up right there on Morrison Avenue, which is, you know, people who live in the Bronx, which is, you know, let's say 2 blocks from Zulu Nation, but that we're influenced from that whole territory. However, you know, we didn't live in Bronx River Projects for which our particular neighborhood it originated from. But we was always affiliated. We always had, you know, friends that were in it, you know, and again, we grew up as B-boys and B-girls, you know, so we were just part of it, but they never approached me personally, nah. But it was a good thing. I knew people in it. You know, I knew people down with Zulu from, you know, from Soul Silent going down. But, you know, we was not a part of it.
And also, you, as we all know, you are a part of a legendary East Coast rap group, the Legion. I have to ask you, can you tell us a story behind that formation? How did the Legion become the Legion?
Again, from very early on, just to carry on from the part we were just talking about as far as how I first got into music or hip hop, period. Rollo and myself, my little brother, my tall little brother, we formed it on the block, Colgate Avenue. From the when I say Soundview section, I specifically come from Story Avenue and Colgate, and in our bedroom there, in our building, we came up with it in our room. At that time, I was part of it. Always a duo with Molecules. He was Cutmaster Marvin D. I was MC Wilksy. My birth name is Jamal. There was a famous ball player by the name of Jamal Wilkes on the LA Lakers in the 80s, and I used to play basketball. And you always caught a nickname from growing up on the block, so they called me Wilkes. So I used to call myself Wilksy. Don't ask me where the C came from. The C just, you had to have something to go after. And he was Cutmaster Marvin D, which is Molecules, part of the Legion. And he and I were part of, I was part of his group. He was always the DJ. I was always the MC. You couldn't have told us he and I wasn't ever being Rakim. He and I ran from the beginning. And, of course, my little brother was always there to tag along. And we also were involved, when I talk about me and my little brother Rollo, we had a whole different set of cypher of friends, you know, primarily mixed in with Spanish, and we were electric boogieing and we were breaking. And this is all in the neighborhood of the Zulu Nation territories. You know, so this is all the origins of all the beat, you know, the original b-boying music, period. So Smaller Q's is the DJ. I'm the MC. You know, I keep holding my craft. He and I, we keep doing tapes. You know, back then it was tapes. And, you know, it was part of groups, and you know, it was always posses of us. We had, you know, other crews and friends from our neighborhoods and blocks away, and we were all cool, and we was like a mob of us, Legion. So we were the Legion plus some other groups, and this, you know, this is where CeeLo comes in, because CeeLo's from Bronxdale. Bronxdale is right there. CeeLo's around us all the time. We formally start running with him in the 80s. So me and Molecules was always a group. We had my man from our building, Ronald's friend, G-Rod. He was from our building. He was part of the original Legion. And, you know, as you fast forward to when we actually spawned as a trio, where the three of us, there was a situation that presented itself for Molecules. You know, once he got linked up with Black Sheep, you know, I'm really fast forwarding. And from this collage of friends and allies and MCs and DJs and really friends and brothers at first, and then you talk about, you know, music and street elements intertwined. You know, we made the decision that it would be Molecules, myself, and CeeLo, because CeeLo was just a sick MC, sick stilo, you know, and it just made it was the strongest from our mob of crew that we presented to the world as a Legion. But we represented to this day and always will many, because we was the three of us, but we was part of a whole posse.
And also, when you brought up Black Sheep as well, I also read that like Black Sheep actually discovered the Legion. What was it like working with Black Sheep?
Oh, it was beautiful. Jazz and Mr. Long, from the top, you know, from top to bottom, from the utmost bottom of my heart, we thank them for getting us into the music business. Obviously, particularly Jazz, who was primarily him, and then, of course, Mr. Long being his partner. I mean, we owe them the world as far as this music. Being with Dre and Mr. Long, from a hip-hop, you know, from a hip-hop fan perspective, was, like, incredible. Dre is, like, one of the most dopest, incredible, sickest MCs to ever walk the planet. Period.
Yeah.
You know, he is, like, you know, don't get me wrong, we were fortunate, again, blessed to be with him, and, of course, Shali. You know, again, we could cover him with blessings to him, and Showbiz and AG and the whole DITC clique. But however, streamlining to Black Sheep in particular, that got us linked into music. Drez, Wicked MC, Mr. Long, one of the illest producers, again, you know, on the face of the planet, you know, that never gets his props. And we just learned from it. You know, Molecules was on the road from them, and again, we were fortunate of being part of the team, of the group, this group that was being, you know, the Legion, it was always a group, posse, you know, and, you know, we got the chance to be around Black Sheep. You know, Black Sheep, Drez and Long, this was at the height of his career in the 90s, early 90s. The 80s progressing into 90s, The Choice Is Yours, Flavor of the Month. You know, Chia Ali had Funky Lemonade, you know, and these were our family. This was our family. These were our brothers. And Drez put us on. And it was, like, incredible. Because, you know, you talk about this era, Naughty by Nature, Flavor Unit, you know, Brooklyn, the boroughs. At this point, New York, we're still the epicenter somewhat of this underground. This is the scene, like, at this particular moment. And in particular, when you introduced me, you said East Coast, because no disrespect to the West Coast, because the West Coast, obviously, we share this world, and we share this, you know, this hip-hop circumference. You were talking about East Coast? Yeah, this is what was going on. So it was parties. So when Black Sheep was in a position where he could sign someone, you know, it was us, and it was a beautiful group of ladies from out west, actually, was Imaj. But we were the hip-hop portion of it, and to be with him was nothing less than incredible. You know, you see everything. You got to see everything, from the dopest studios to the dopest MCs via them. Period, dog.
And I have to ask this, man. While we're still on the topic of Black Sheep, do you guys still work with them at all? Like, is there going to be any more projects between the Legion and Black Sheep?
On our latest project, the Bronx Way, we're on there with Drez from Black Sheep and Beneficent. So our latest release, which we dropped in 2019, Drez is on there. Drez is active. You check social media, you see online. He's still getting busy to this day. At any given moment, you never know. Molecules hit us up. We're gonna do something. We're gonna do a Drez the Black Sheep. So he's within obviously, obviously he's within the stratosphere. If ever Call of Duty awakens, we ready to drop bars. We haven't done anything recently, but on our last album, by the grace of God, he's on there. And it's a dope song with Beneficent, Peace to Ill Adrenaline and Beneficence. And my man Benny, what up?
And I have to ask this, since we're on the topic of your new album, I actually had this question for later on in the interview, but we're already on the topic. I have to ask you, what is the inspiration behind the Three the Bronx Way 2019 album? Can you tell us a bit more about that? And also, where can our listeners buy or stream it?
Okay, yeah. So first and foremost, peace to DJ Clips, fatbeats.com. You can go there and connect to all the links. You can go to the Legion BX or via Facebook. Pretty much fatbeats.com is where you go. You click on. You can go to Apple, iTunes, download it. On the normal media platforms, you're able to download the album, or go to fatbeats.com and you can purchase the actual vinyl. So, so all of those who have purchased it, for whoever took the time out of their day, due to the current events, state of affairs, that have purchased our stuff, who even know or even heard of us, or clicked, or whatever you've done, we appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all, but we as a group, the Legion and the whole bit, so that's where you go. But I got sidetracked. What was the question? I easily sidetracked. You said, as far as what am I doing now?
I was going to ask you, what's the inspiration behind the album?
Okay, so it was from, that was my bad. I drifted.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
Yeah. I'm fortunate to be part of a group. Triple Trio. So the three of us, so like I said, from that theme plus Echo equals Krill, which was our first release, I've been part of a group, which in today's musical entertainment, world, there's not a lot of groups no more. I mean, God bless. We talk about the top shotters, the Lock, Brand Nubian, the Guards. I put those two groups right there. The Treacherous Three, So for us three MCs collectively, as sharing our portion of music and hip hop, it was always the three of us. We're like a basketball team. So Three the Hard Way is a spin-off from Three the Bronx Way is a spin-off from this movie called Three the Hard Way from the 70s. And we like doing theme music. When you listen to that, I heard you playing 1980 something before I came on. That's our lane. We talk about street dope rhymes over dope beats, and that movie fuses into it, like paints the picture of the music that we bring to the table. It's like hard. Vivid imagination, twist the cap back. We tell street stories. So for us, it was a good spin-off piece to print. We had, Molecules, myself and CeeLo the Dice Man. We had the three characters from that movie. So we were inspired from that movie. And then as far as the musical content pertains, it's always got to be theme music. It's always got to be some dope-ish. I don't want to curse. I don't know. Got to keep it clean.
Uncensored. You can say anything you like.
Yeah, man. So it was just a dope collage, and it coincides with the concept of Molecules from our group, Big Man. He is the dopest. He did the Bronx Tale, which was a movie spinoff. So that's our lane right there. We do these Bronx, these movie-based Bronx themed hip hop collages of just MCing boom bap. We're never going to change, and that's the part of it that that still drives me and keeps us driven, because it's the boom bap. That stuff is timeless. Molecules from our group, the primary producer, always says that if the music is dope and the track is dope, it remains timeless. So, that Three the Bronx Way, it just fit us. So that I think if you had played it 10 years ago, it should rock. And we believe in the thoroughness and the dopeness of it. If you play it 20 years, 50 years down the line, like KRS would say, it will still rock. But the Three the Bronx Way came from that 70s movie. The it was inspired by, and we did our portion of it. Like I said, thanks to Prick for coming up to the cover. Thanks to DJ Clips and Fat Beats, they did a beautiful job with the vinyl, the representation, the promotion, and it just feels good to still 20 plus years to have been able to put out a dope piece of music. In my opinion, of course, I'm jaded because I feel it's dope. To have that be our representation of still continuing the hip hop that we do.
Oh man, most definitely, man. And I have to say that is one hell of a great record. I ended up listening to your newest record as well, and I loved it, man. I really do. I really do think that a lot of people should get this record because that's some real hip hop substance.
Yeah. I'm glad you feel that way. Good looking.
And the one thing I have to ask as well, Chucky, is while I was looking at your guys' Facebook, this is the one thing I didn't know, but you guys had the opportunity to share the stage with Biggie Smalls. If you don't mind me asking, how did the Legion and Biggie Smalls actually get connected? Like, what was it like performing with him?
Yo, you there? So
yeah, I'm here.
Biggie Smalls, yeah, man. God rest his soul. So I guess piece of dice, 456, the power of now. Give him a quick plug, my brother. He posted this poster or clip, a newspaper clipping of when we performed at Trafalgar Square with Biggie Smalls and with Tupac, and it was a dope venue. It was one of the coldest nights in New York City. But prior to that, we were blessed to meet Biggie with there was a clothing group called Walker Wear, April Walker, affiliated with Jam Master Jay, Walker Wear, and we did a photo shoot. We modeled some clothes for them, and we were, I want to say, we was like New York City, again, this was 90s, hip hop. We're doing a photo shoot on the east side, somewhere on the water, and Biggie came to do, we did our little photo shoot, we had our Kangos on, click, 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 our butter soft leathers on, click, 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 and here comes Biggie. Biggie comes walking through, I guess he was going to do his, because he was modeling, he was modeling some of the clothes, that's what it was, Walker Way was dope. So Biggie stops, he sees cues, Biggie had like the eye that looks the other way, he sees cues, he gives him the pound, he gives us that, he's like, yo, what's up, Legion? He sees cues, he's all slow, he's like, yo, big man, he said, yo, that Jingle Jangle shit y'all did is knocking. So the same way how he sounded like he was Big Papa was the way he dapped and stuff. And to that was a beautiful moment. They went on, and periodically we see Biggie in and out of studios. You bump into him in the lobby, you see him at a party. But that was one, what I can say, personal moment. That, and of course, this performance that clip of newspaper clipping that Dice was a performance at Trafalgar Square. I want to say it was '94, January, Queens. Trafalgar Square is a performance spot. Queens. I'm a Bronx nigga, so I don't know Queens that well. But it was cold as shit. It was 1,000 motherfuckers there. It was 1,000 motherfuckers, goons. It was the rowdiest shit in the world. And we was, again, all praises to Black Sheep. We was on that bill. And on that bill, it was a wild night. It's goons, it's fights. It's a typical hip-hop. Everything that is painted and pictured, we got to live it. And long story short, Biggie was on the bill. And we just backstage. There's a lot of weed. There's a lot of drinking. It's a lot of different sets of people. People who cool with each other. People who's not cool with each other. It's girls. So it's the ultimate hip-hop scene. And to be honest, it's like a fog. I remember him going on. I remember him killing it. But the night really, to me, is just a fog. It was just cold as shit. I remember seeing Tupac. I remember Dredd taking us backstage to see if Tupac would let us go on before him, because Tupac was the headliner, so he was supposed to go on last. And we Jingle Jangle. We had our little song, Jingle Jangle. Fuck is we? Tupac and big motherfuckers was there to see Biggie, Tupac. I think Mary J was on it. It was a big shit. So we was going to get our 2 minutes. We got a little buzz. We on the underground.
And I have to ask as well when we're on the Tupac part of things. I don't know if was that the night when Biggie and Tupac took the stage together and kind of did that Brooklyn freestyle where it goes like, where's Brooklyn at? Where's Brooklyn at?
No, it was not that night, man. I think this is after that. You know what? To be honest, I don't believe it was that night. At least I wasn't out there, you know. But unfortunately, maybe I was backstage. But I don't believe it was that night. But somebody probably could check me on that. But I mean, again, that was another night that I remember being with Biggie, and obviously, you know, Blessed was able to be even around Tupac. But it was a typical hip hop event. You know, it's pretty dope. It don't went down. I couldn't remember anybody getting killed or anything, but you know, we was blessed to have said that. And then we also did believe it or not, we did a show with Biggie in a small New York college called New Paltz. Wendy Williams was the host, and Biggie was performing, and you know, we took a van like up from the city, you know, because back then, you know, you do an event, you got a show, you saying East Coast, and we was doing East Coast runs. So every now and then, you know, was no given thing to be on the same headline or the same show bill with somebody that's popping, and in particular was Biggie. So again, we always remember him as he was fat. He was, you know, we didn't know him, you know, hard body to the degree, but every time we saw him, it was love, and he gave us that. He was a thorough cat in our eyes.
And I also saw a video of the Legion performing Jingle Jangle at the Fat Beats 25-year anniversary. Could you tell us a bit more about that, and what was it like actually being able to perform at a 25th anniversary event?
Yo, it was dope. Again, thank you to DJ Eclipse. Thank you to Fat Beats. That was their event, and you know, Fat Beats Records in New York City was always a prominent vinyl spot. So it was their anniversary. You know, a lot of different MCs. There's a lot of different cats and groups in the world. So, you know, they say, hey, you guys come on, do a quick one, too. It was, again, everything is humbling. You know, and everything, you know, you give thanks to everything, to every opportunity, whenever you can get to, display your music or do what you've done. So, you know, we were happy. It was good. You know, you get to see a lot of old friends you bump into. You know, you see some MCs. You know, you see some MCs and cats. You know, I think, we saw Tila Rock. I saw Tila Rock. I'm like, oh man, Tila Rock. You know, Tila, it's yours. You know, so to a b-boy kid like me, it's pretty dope when you get to do shows like that.
And while we're on that topic, do you guys have any more concerts currently right now, or like is that up in the air?
Yeah, under the current state of affairs, there's no concerts. But you know, not to put out with any hesitation or delay. First and foremost, CeeLo 456, the Dice Man. Go to thekingofbeats.com, him and Print. They have out the Power of Now. He sets the bar. You know, we've always been a group, but he is the one who did the latest solo project from our 3-man team, and that shit is incredible and it's dope. And as a friend and an MC partner, he set the bar high for me because I'm in the progress of working on my solo. And then, of course, Molecules did Bronx Tale with Showbiz, which is incredible because Molecules, remember, I grew up for him as a young boy. He was always a producer. And he's got such persona and swagger, as the new folks say. And he just be killing it. He kills Bronx Tale. His show with the beats is crazy. So, no shows, but music on the horizon. So, it leads me to my last point is that, yes, I'm working on my solo, but I'm the worst with time. So of the three of the group, I'm the worst one. So I'm fortunate. I have my man Pritt, kingofthebeats.com. We put out Dice record. He's supporting me. He's pushing me. I feel like a boxer and get back into MC shape. The name of the album is The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Molecules is the primary producer. I'm going to sprinkle in some stuff for myself. Pritt, maybe Dice. You know, and it shouldn't be that long-winded. It shouldn't be that long-winded of a project, and it will be out this year. I'm a slow, procrastinating ass, but it's going to come out just because I feel like it's going to be dope. I know it will be dope.
And I also saw on your Facebook page that you have Old Head t-shirts for sale. Can you tell us where we can get ourselves an Old Head t-shirt, and how much are they?
You know, you go to the Legion BX page. You contact us directly. Rollo Square, Rollo, he's our manager. You inbox us for shirt sizes, availability. As far as the pricing goes, everything is flexible. You know, there's always a shipping involved. You know, we don't work with everybody. You want the product, you feel as if you're going to support the product, we're going to give you fair pricing. You know, whatever it's going to take to get you to wear the Legion brand, the Old Head brand, you go to the Legion BX. you hit up myself or you hit up Valor Square. You get at CeeLo for CeeLo the Dice Man, Sean Jennings, Valor Square, Valor Bowman. You get at us, we'll get you the shirts, we'll get you the product. We have Legion hats, we have Legion Scullies, we have Who But Me. Valor has Relax and Strive. Valor is my brother, and he is the glue to the Legion. He's like the official, unofficial manager who keeps us together.
So everybody that's listening, make sure you get yourself some Legion appeal.
Yeah, man, you get us directly. Valor Square, he has it. Who But Me, Old Head. We have these dope roller skating T-shirts for people from, again, heavily influenced East Coast spots. And that's what it is.
So I have to ask you, other than your solo record you're putting out, what's next for you, Chucky? Anything else you want to promote? We'll still have you here on the platform.
That's it, man. You know what? I'm not going to get long-winded. The internet and the music and the entertainment is so fast, so there's no need of me blah, blah, blah about something that's not ready right now. What's ready right now is the Bronx Way. You click on that, you can purchase that, download it, get it now. The Power of Now by my man CeeLo 456, the Dice Man. You can go to the King of Beats and get that right now. We're on that. CeeLo is phenomenal. Bronx Tale, Molecules still available. Fatbeats.com, any of those platforms you can get at us. Cannot wait, I finally got my win, so to speak, to do, again, my own solo project, and it's not so much my own, but when you are part of a group, you have some energy and some ideas that you want to spawn and you want to put out into the world on your own. And it's a hybrid, and it's a combination of things that you've been influenced by them, and then it's your own lane. That's what's important to be a part of the musician, is you got to be part of a lane.
So, Chucky, this is the time in the interview that I give a chance for the individual that comes on the show, just a chance to give shout-outs to whomever they want to give shout-outs to, but also your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you if they're not already doing so.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. So it's Chucky Smash. You can hit me up. Chucky Smash on Facebook, Chucky Smash. You can hit me up on Instagram, or again, I'm a little bit of a dinosaur. I'm not really active, but you can get at me there. Legion Smash on Twitter, primarily Legion BX on Facebook. If you have the opportunity to get there, you can email me at legionsmashaltogether@gmail.com. Any questions, any features, you want productions, Molecules got superb beats. CeeLo and myself are songwriters. KingofBeats.com, you can get the Power of Now, and get at Valor Square, the Legion BX, for any product or paraphernalia. We still have hats, we still have T-shirts, and we have Scullies. And again, we appreciate the support and the love. There's a lot of different choices. There's a lot of groups. There's a lot of music out there, but we've been fortunate to still give you that grimy, that element that just transcends. And, I'll talk shit. We do that boom bap. We are that, that's the lane that we do. And it's like the jazz. We're like the jazz of hip hop. You catch us in the lounge, still doing boom bap, spitting bars.
And I gotta say, Chucky, thank you so much for coming up on Outlaw Radio Live, man. It was an absolute honor, and most definitely a pleasure. I've been a fan of your music and the Legion for a long time, so again, thank you so much.
Yeah, dope. Thank you for having me. Be safe, DJ Immortal, Outlaw Alive Radio. Peace. It's been a blessing to be here. Everybody be safe. We all gonna be all right.
Oh, most definitely, man. You be safe as well, man. Many blessings.
Blessings. Peace to everybody. One.